Hello everybody and welcome back to Kinda Latvian episode 4.
Woohoo.
Episode 4, the ball is well and truly rolling and
Yep.
I think this episode is going to be an interesting one. We've got Joe, an American, born in the USA. You know that song?
I know that one, yeah.
Can you give us a little rendition?
I don't sing, sorry.
Oh man, neither do
But
I.
you did, you could
So
keep
good.
going, yeah.
I just know the chorus, but
Yeah.
and we're going to look at the top 3 differences between Latvia and America in Joe's eyes. Joe,
Yeah.
you're a patriot.
Sure,
Love your country.
I'm thankful for where I was born, yeah. I love America, thankful to,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
And so it's going to be an interesting one to hear some of the differences you experienced and what you see, and yeah, so we're looking forward to getting in this one.
Yeah. So, thank you for those of you who keep sending ideas and input and things you like, things you don't like. Thanks to our friend, little lady in Ventspils, who gives lots of strong opinions and doesn't want us to chit-chat in the beginning. So thanks for that type of stuff. We appreciate it. So on that note, Liam, how you doing? How's life? We did what was our last episode was about cars. Yeah. So how are things with your update us how your car situation's been?
Since the episode, my engine broke.
Okay.
Which is good.
Yeah.
It was coming. And unfortunately, I just didn't see to it fast enough. So that left me a little stranded.
Yeah.
We're in the process of changing the engine in my car. Not me personally, unfortunately, but yeah. So
Good.
that's what else do you want to
Any other car updates you want to I think you mentioned about pulling up to red lights, eye contact, special looks. Anything you want to update there?
I haven't had the special Latvian look for a while.
You
obviously.
haven't?
No, I'm without the cars, so.
Okay, but
Can't be doing
before
that.
the engine done anything like you should update us on, or
I feel like you're fishing. I did break my bumper. Is that what you're thinking about,
no,
Joe?
that's
Yeah,
not. That's
no,
good, but
that's
what
not-
else?
I did get my first ever in my life
Yes.
speeding ticket. Ever in my life.
Yep.
So yeah, not proud of it.
Okay.
Very nice police officer lady. Gave me a little discount because it was my first offense. So thank you, whoever you were. But yeah, so that was an experience.
So you were racing someone, or you were?
No, it was just the open road and summer day, and got a little. My foot was a little heavy on the gas.
So 5-10K over, or what are we talking? What kind of update us?
Next question. I feel like that is
It's private. Too private.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then I've been hearing through the interweb that you're a traveling dance teacher. Like you've been. How long have you been teaching dance? First of all.
Dance. Let's clarify what kind of dancing it is.
Yeah, you're a dance teacher, but clarify what.
Scottish dancing.
Great.
Yeah. Lots of different camps. This summer one Scottish dancing, so I had the chance to go visit some camps and teach it and be part of that.
Yeah.
And then one thing led to another, and it's kind of, who knows, it could turn into a little business. We had someone saw it on Instagram and then invited me to their birthday party to lead Scottish dancing at their birthday party. So
Nice.
who knows? So if you want some Scottish dancing,
You're happy to teach.
Or line dancing. I could.
Whoa.
Yeah, do some of that.
So you're full blown dance teacher.
Yeah, but we'll keep. Yeah. Well, whereas there was the little brother yesterday at the birthday party, as he said, he called me what was it? Scoto Matsitai? Deo Matsitais.
Oh.
Because
nice.
it's like, no, yeah, the Scottish dancing preacher. I'm not a preacher, but I think he was going for teacher.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
teacher. Nice.
So who knows what? Yeah, new horizons. But yeah, so that's been keeping me a little busy. But how about you, Joe? You've end of summer.
Yeah.
How's the last few weeks been for you?
Yeah, it's been. We had some vacation. We had a week of vacation again. Had some health problems.
Oh,
Yeah, had we went to we went with our church. We went on a water or boat trip.
wild water boat trip.
I almost said whitewater trip, but that's not whitewater. It's like
wild water.
it's pretty calm water, like boating trip, and
Were there some uncontrollable skids in there on
Yeah.
the boat?
yeah, we full on flipped our boat.
Oh,
Yeah. So
with the kids in there and everything.
yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it was there was a scary few moments. So I popped up. First, it happened in like slow motion, like
Yeah.
the movies. Like you're like, is this? We're really
Yeah.
flipping our boat right now.
Awesome.
Neither of my kids can swim.
Oh yeah.
So then I pop up and both, don't see either of the kids. It's pretty horrible feeling.
Panic.
Yeah, kind of lift the boat up, grab both of them, pull them out. We're kind of being slowly dragged down the river. Look and see Anna, she's okay. She's got the oars, which is like, that was the other thing I was thinking.
Yeah.
We're going to be stranded. And I was able to hold on to the boat. Yeah, it's a long story, but basically, like, super thankful we're all okay. It could have ended badly.
Yeah. Sounded like you jumped into action though.
Yeah.
You made sure everyone was okay.
Anna did too. It was kind of cool
Yeah.
to see that kind of quick reaction that we did it well, and again the kids. And they were a little traumatized, but I don't think they realized how potentially bad it could have been. Because we were stuck in the middle of a river, boat is full of water,
Yeah.
our hands are full of stuff.
Yeah.
We had like a bag of clothes that we were trying to hold on to, and
Crazy.
yeah, so that was weird. Fun experience though.
After the fact.
Yeah, now it's like I can laugh about it.
Yeah.
That night I was just laughing like, what the heck was that? That was insane.
Yeah.
And we were obviously the only ones who flipped our boat. And it's
Nice.
like you feel like a loser,
Yeah.
kind of.
Or you probably got the most excitement of the day.
Yeah. Marcus was like, I'm never going on a boat ride again, so hopefully that fades away. But yeah, so then we had a few days in Kuldiga. It's a beautiful city.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Hadn't been there a long time.
Did you go for a little swim in there as well? Or
No.
No.
I heard you did though.
Oh yeah.
Didn't you? You walked across the
yeah, I did.
Venta?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I swam at the bottom of it. I did, but you didn't. No.
No.
Have you ever?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Years ago we did.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, and then we came back to Riga. Our kitchen collapsed. Oh, I don't know. I mean, just wrecked on his arm.
Oh, boy.
Glass and stuff everywhere. So that was another one of those. Could have been a lot worse. Thankfully,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Man.
So we're working with the insurance, trying to get some of that fixed, and so it's been a crazy few weeks, but yeah. School started.
Yeah.
Little Rafi started.
First day.
Yeah,
Done.
It's a champ. Marcus got sick the first day. That's like classic first few weeks of school. So, anyways, sorry, person in Ventspils, but that's.
Oh boy. Yeah.
That's my last few weeks. But any other updates from you? Like, yeah, anything?
No. Unfortunately not. Actually found a really cool place in Kandava.
Yeah.
Where there was like a place to jump from diamond boards outdoor diamond boards for free.
Yeah.
And that was a hidden treasure. It was, you had different levels. I think 3 meters, 5 meters, 7.5, and 10. But man, the mind is a powerful thing. We went with some friends, and obviously you go with guys. You're like 5 meters, easy, no problem.
Yeah.
Maybe 7.5 will be the challenge. But
Yeah.
then we'll get to 10.
Yeah.
And we spend so long trying to jump off the 5 meters, and then spend 2 hours just kind of standing at the 7.5 thinking about life and and then only one of us jumped from the 7.5, and so yeah. But I highly recommend that spot. Really,
It's fun.
and Canada is a beautiful place.
Yeah.
I want to go back and explore. There's like all these streets that look like Koldiga,
Okay.
and I had no idea.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
But you went on a boat trip too.
Oh yeah, similar, but
You stayed in it, didn't flip it. Well,
no, we didn't flip it, but we filled it with water a couple times. It was,
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. It was. There was a lot of banter on that trip, I guess you could say, and a lot of wild
Yeah.
parts of the trip. But yeah,
Nice.
beautiful Latvian nature. I think we'll need to get out sometime in the nature and see where that takes us. But
you're getting in touch with nature, or what are you doing?
I think that's the Latvian way. No, is that?
Yeah, I love that.
So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Well, let's stop being around the bush here and let's get to the meat.
Yeah, we're already 12 minutes in.
Oh.
Let's go.
Yeah, check your watch. That's yeah. So top three differences between Latvia and America
Yep.
in your eyes.
Yep.
What would be the first big one?
Yeah, before I say any, I would like to say I haven't lived in America in almost 14 years, so
Oh boy.
so a lot of what I'm saying is like dated information, like my childhood, teenager years. So, and I lived in like a suburban white environment mostly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you just covering like all your? Are you trying to cover your back here for all the answers?
No, I'm
you're
just
about to
saying
give?
there's like 300 million Americans, and so
300 million.
yeah, it's hard to understand that type of number. But so my experiences, I'm speaking from that perspective.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
these aren't the three biggest differences. Three that like kind of came to mind first when I thought
Yeah.
about it. So
All right, hit us up.
Number one. So I would say, yeah, the number one is the scale. Like I said, I did some research, some really
Oh,
in-depth.
Drop the stats.
333 million Americans, that the population currently, and you have like 1.8 million here.
So what's the difference, Joe? There.
So it's 331 million. There you go.
Oh boy.
So the
Quick
scale, I think the scale between America and Latvia is just, it's like there's just so many things that you have that many people, that big of a land mass area. There's so many more opportunities, so many more, like the workforce is so much larger. Yeah, again, the space you have to live and expand, there's like, and then you have resources so many more. You have two oceans. So there's like the natural resources, the access you have to the rest of the world. It's like the scale of America versus Latvia is like insane.
So what they say is true. Everything's bigger in America. Yeah. That's yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Not sure what you meant by that, but so 185 times the amount of people in America. Like that's
185 times.
so for every Latvian you have 185 Americans. So that scale is just insane to me.
Yeah.
You have 331 more million people to like
Nice.
lead, manage, like get jobs,
Yeah.
and so it's the scale between the two countries is just it's crazy.
So the likelihood of like your friend knowing your cousin or your friend knowing your friend is very unlikely in America, whereas Latvia seems like
Sure.
everyone kind of knows everyone.
Yeah, it's kind of that someone who knows someone anywhere you go, more or less. So scale's a big one. And then in America you have like talking about last 200-300 years, you have tons of different cultures converging together, creating like a brand new country. Unfortunately, kicking out the native people of their land, which is yeah, that's a whole nother story. But
Right.
so American, I think you get a lot of different views mixed together, and it kind of created something new. Like in the world, it was a little bit of Europe, a little bit of England, a lot of different nations mixing together. So I would say that in my experience, I think Americans tend to be more like open-minded and have a little broader perspective on different issues, and I think that goes to like an extreme where I think it's not healthy. But I think the mindset of I would say the older generation here is more black and white kind of thinking.
In Latvia.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think you have 2-3 cultures that for the last few hundred years have been mixing, but you don't have like 15 cultures mixing together. So, and I have my clipboard, which is a bad sign. We usually you're the one like keeping us on track, but this is.
And you spent like 2 hours writing an essay beforehand, so you got lots of stuff.
So, and then I think with the different, like such a huge land space, you have so many different climates. You have the south, and you have the northwest where it's like mountainous, like cold, and then northeast it's like and then where I grew up in the southwest, it's like desert, hot, sunny all the time. So even within the country, you can travel and have all different kinds of climates and.
Yeah. And where were you? You grew up again in.
Thanks for not caring where I grew up.
Well, I know. I think I know.
Where?
I want to say it was Arizona.
Good.
See?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Trust me.
So I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona. So hot, sunny all the time.
Desert.
Oh man. 2-hour drive from Mexico. You drive 6 hours, you're at the beach. You drive 2 hours north, you're in mountains and snow. So it's like there's a lot of variety in the scale of the different types of climates in America is just very different to here, where it's you have different temperatures, but it's looks very similar, very flat, where America would have a lot of different mountains, and so.
Sure.
Yeah, you good with that? You tracking? We have 2 minutes. So, and then the time. So, you did some internet research. I had you look up how old America. I was thinking like 250 years old, but 245.
245. Yeah.
Whereas Riga is like 800 years old. So the history that's here versus there is like so different that. You have so many different types of people living in this area for seasons of time and then leaving, and then in America it's like a bunch of people move there, spread out, and then they just kind of stay there. So.
Yeah, Americans love that. Whenever they come to Europe, you're like, oh, the buildings are so old.
Yeah,
and it's they're fascinated with the history because like you said, it's not over there in North America.
For sure, yeah.
It's like movies over here where you're walking in history.
Yeah, and buildings that are older than our nation here.
Yeah.
Just like that's hard for me to still comprehend. So, so I would say that those are a few the scale. Also, just the size of a country, the size of the population. I think there's a lot more stability. Like it creates a sense of like safety. Where here, we're such a small nation. Close to bigger nations, and there's kind of the sense that any moment someone come and take over. So moving here, it's the first time in my life I felt like, what if an army just showed up? Like I had never thought about that till I moved here. So
do you have an escape plan sorted out?
I'm not gonna answer that. So, but no, I did when Crimea was happening. Like in Ukraine, there was talk about Daugavpils.
Yeah.
That would be the next place to try something. So that was something that we were trying to figure out what would we have done in that setting if they had tried something here.
I wouldn't advise getting in a canoe boat.
No.
Sounds like that would have gone bad.
Yeah. So this was the one I had the most to say about, but then the size of the economy in America versus Latvia is like humongous. You have so many more. you create a small business, you can find enough weird people who want your services.
Yeah.
In America, here it's like you have to really find a niche where you can, have like an ongoing business. So, and it blows my mind that like really talented musicians here can't do music full time. Like they have to kind of have like a side hustle and, so even the like, the audience of the amount of people you can, if you're a Latvian artist, you have such a smaller audience than if you're Bruce Springsteen, as you were singing earlier.
Very good music knowledge.
I think born in the USA. I think that's Springsteen. Anyway,
let's go.
Yeah. So
come on, Joe.
on the flip side of that, I would say I know more like business owners in Latvia than I do in America. So there's a lot more like employees in America, but less people who are like actually business owners. So that's an interesting idea, that smaller market, but you have like potential to maybe find a market where you can own your own business.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
So number one, scale. That's
Scale.
your big one, yeah.
Yeah. So
All right.
you're moving me on. I had one more.
Oh, hit us up.
And then the last one was my school, like high school. So 9th grade, 12th was 3,000 students, and our class was 700 students, and then like that's like a big school in Latvia, 700 kids. So again, like the pool of people is just hard to understand. So scale. We'll move it on. You're trying to keep it moving. Good job. You're good at that. So the second one I would say is relationships.
Oh, look out. What kind of...
I know you're the expert on this one, so maybe you can throw in some of your...
What kind of relationships are we? Are we talking about like friendships or like romantic relationships? Or?
How relationships are formed, here. So
in terms of friendships?
Yeah.
Or something like
or
that.
Romantic.
Okay.
You could say that too.
All right. Let's go.
So I think when you come here, the first impression of people, what are you smiling about?
Sorry. Continue.
The people, you get an impression that people are more reserved, maybe more cold, quiet, less expressive. And so that's kind of I've seen that, first impression of people are like, wow, they might hate me, but and then you see, no, they're like, they love you and they want to help you and they're super kind and thoughtful and helpful. But the warming up period takes longer here. So I think trust is earned here a lot slower, or more gradual than America, where it's like your best friends from the first time you met, and hey, let's meet again, and a lot of it's kind of superficial, maybe not much depth to the relationship, even if it feels really warm in the beginning. So
interesting. Okay.
But I would say that. So I appreciate that about Latin culture. It seems to be more genuine.
Yeah.
But I love like the fake politeness and like the smile and how are you today? Yeah. I love that. And I think that I would like to see that more here today, where you like the customer service and how you treat strangers in public could use some work, let's say that. Yeah.
And do you find yourself trying to introduce that on a daily basis?
Sure.
Like where you can?
Yeah. So I try, and with our neighbors, we had a neighbor, the last place we lived in, said hi to her for, I don't want to exaggerate, maybe a year before she said anything back.
Oh, wow.
And it's just us in the staircase, so it's not like she didn't hear me for a year.
Yeah. But
then she was very sweet and then like friendly with our kids, and so it was just this like, I don't know, testing out period or something that try and be friendly with our neighbors as much as we can, with the ladies at Maxima downstairs, or so
nice.
So
changing the culture or influencing the culture maybe,
so I think that was one shock, is like that most people I knew didn't know their neighbors well, unless they live in maybe in a house, but like in apartment buildings that you may not know their names, that was hard for me to comprehend, that you would live next to each other for years and not ever interact.
Have you ever found like you're going down the stairs and you hear a door open and then it quickly shuts?
Yeah.
And then you walk past and then you hear it open and then they come in? Like that's something that still kind of gets me. It's like,
Yeah, it's
weird.
so I don't get that. Like, I don't know why it is that way. Again, we try as best as we can with our neighbor. We got to know our neighbors here pretty well. Family downstairs, but there's just people. It's just like no matter what you do, it's like not interested in that kind of relationship. So yeah. And then I think at the same time we had like a really great, that the guy's wife. The wife of the lady who was ignoring us, he was such a nice guy, always like making sure we're okay, checking on us. So I saw it, but it just takes that time, and then there's like this, you get past this barrier, and then they're like super warm, and
Like that.
he invited us into our apartment, and I remember that was like this,
Oh,
wow, this is a big deal.
Yeah.
And then we had him over, so yeah, we miss living next to Martinch.
Shout out.
Shout out to Martins.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think with maybe the relationships, it's more like how to explain that thought. Forget that. Let's move on to the next. So third difference.
So we got the scale
Relationship.
I'm intrigued. What was your last little point?
That's later.
Okay.
So the third one I would say is weather. That's it's kind of an obvious one.
Yeah.
Kind of already touched on that. Where I grew up, it's cactuses, desert, kind of artificial grass. Kind of they built it in the middle of a place. There's no natural water. They had to kind of dig canals and stuff. So moving here. I moved here in the winter, and then the spring and summer, it's like, what the heck is this? Everything's green, everything grows everywhere. It was just amazing. The contrast between where I grew up was brown most of the year, dirt and rocks and things like that. And then here it's like, for these 4 months, it's just like everything's growing everywhere. So,
wow.
So I'm a fan of the winter and spring here. Love that.
But it probably brings some, like you're saying, in the desert, you know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Pretty much every day.
Yeah.
Whereas here you can get pretty much 4 seasons in one day, and it's like it's a nightmare to plan for things.
For sure. Yeah. So that's one that I realized. With Anna, we wake up in the morning, and within a few minutes she already knows the weather for the day.
Yeah.
Where it's like, weather wasn't a factor in my thinking growing up. It was like it's gonna be hot and sunny every day except for a few days a year. And so weather, it affects your life, but it's not like a thing you have to plan around, because it's very consistent. So here it's something Anna thinks about so much that it's still kind of like I feel like our lives revolve around weather a lot. Like, what we do is based on weather, rather than in Arizona, it's going to be hot, probably too hot, so you wouldn't plan something outside. So the funny thing is, we would complain about how hot and sunny it was all the time, and now it's like, that's the best. Like, we had it so good.
Yeah, right.
And not like needing long pants all year. So it's interesting that, you can find things to complain about anywhere you live.
The grass is always greener.
Yeah, on the other side of the ocean. Yeah.
That's right.
So like the hearing, how often we complain about weather here, it's just interesting. And then summer hits, and then it's too hot immediately. And it's like, how did we go from can't wait for summer to like
can't stand it.
Can't stand how hot it is. So
yeah.
And then another funny example of that was when in Arizona, it's so hot, you search for shade all the time, like where you park your car, where you walk. you go to the park, you find shade, and then here it's like the total opposite where, you know, if we're walking down the street, Anna wants to walk on the side where the sun is. And I was like, it was just weird, like, it's so deep in my thinking that it felt wrong to like switch the side of the street to walk in the sun, where it's like for most of my life it was kind of avoid direct sunlight. So yeah, and I think how the streets just like empty when it's decent weather in the summer in Riga. It's like people just disappear, go to the beach, go to the countryside. So there's a lot more like like change in people's yearly rhythms, where again in Arizona it's like it's gonna be hot, we have air conditioning, you kind of have this more stable life, I would say. So and I think maybe the last thing about weather is that it affects your mood. Have you noticed that much living here?
100%.
Yeah.
But like I was kind of, it's similar in Scotland too.
Yeah.
Like
So you guys have more gray days and wet and cold.
Short days in the winter.
Yeah.
But that was probably a bigger change for you.
Yeah, it was like night and day for me. So, and it's taken me a few years to really like be able to recognize, like I'm more negative right now, and it's you know it's because it's been gray for 3 or 4 days. So,
I haven't seen the sun in half a year.
So I think that's almost like I think a reason for why it's easier to kind of be more like not pessimistic, but more like have a not so positive outlook on life, because I feel that physically when it's like winter's coming now.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to it.
No.
You're probably giddy because you can do your swimming thing. And
Which you'll be doing this year too. Stay tuned.
But so that's the part that like the how depression is kind of a lot of times related to seasons and weather, and
that's an actual thing. I think it's called seasonal depression.
for sure.
Yeah.
So when I initially moved here, I was like, why were no one wants to meet in the winter? What's the deal? I was used to summers, everyone's out active, and then seeing how stark that contrast is was hard for me to understand, but I think I understand it now. So
all right,
there's my 3.
Wow.
We had other ones that I think are more, we could do an episode about those, but
like food or something, like the differences in food, or
or different activities, sports, things like that. But those were the 3 that came to mind.
Interesting.
Yeah.
An insight into Joe's mind, but I think those 3 you wouldn't really think of, like straight off the bat. So that's an interesting one.
Yeah. So weather you'd probably think of, but
yeah. Okay, so that was pretty. Yeah. Thanks for sharing your thoughts, Joe, and obviously you're saying you don't like to talk a lot, but I think you carried it very well, and we look forward to hearing more from the Joe Show.
We're gonna do this with Scotland too, so
and
so
we can see if there's
look forward to you talking.
Yeah, but I think to finish off, all right, let's play a little game. So basically, I'll say something, and you have to say Latvia or America, which you would prefer.
Okay.
Or where is better. Or, understand the rules?
I think so.
Okay, quick fire. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one, sports context, doesn't matter what sport. Latvia is playing America, who would you support?
Probably America, yeah.
America?
Sorry,
Interesting,
hate
okay.
that, but
Yeah. Food.
Oh, gotta say America again.
Oh, American food.
Yeah.
What's your go-to American food? Like your standard, like?
It's not standard, but steak and like the burgers and that type of area. It's hard to compete. Well, the burgers are good here. But
on the barbecue?
Barbecue's coming. Yeah, Mexican food's slowly coming. So.
Okay. Nature. The Dava.
Dava. Let's say Latvia because it's like green. I like green nature.
Green?
Yeah.
Okay. Politics.
Neither. Can I do neither?
I'll let you pass one question, so choose wisely.
Okay, I understand American politics better than I do in Latvia, so
Okay.
I'll say America.
Okay. But would you say, let's not get too political. Never mind, next question. Car style, the styles of cars.
In Latvia or
Latvia
Latvian
or
cars?
America? In the country.
Oof. America, man, I'm
Yeah?
sounding like a super patriot because
What
I
about
like bigger,
like
spacious,
SUVs,
comfort. Yeah,
pickup
so-
trucks?
yeah, the small like driving on little streets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not your go-to.
not my thing. Yeah.
Okay. Fashion sense.
Ooh. So I would say girls in Latvia, guys in America. Is that fair?
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Elaborate.
So I think how women dress here, it's very like classy, like kind of put a lot of effort into that. And then I would say for guys in America, it's probably a little more effort than
Okay.
the typical
Interesting.
guy here. So
all right.
yeah.
Okay. History, as in like what history do you find more interesting?
It's a tough one. Yeah, I think just the amount of history here, I'd say probably Latvia. That the time they've so many different people coming and going. It's very interesting learning more about their history. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Language, English or Latvian?
Which is better?
Which do you not which is easier, but which do you like more, if that makes sense?
Well,
Like the sound of it, the
you're like leading me. This is like a leading question, is it?
No, I don't know what your answer is.
It's hard for me to make it objective, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna say American because
Oh, wow.
I guess it's English too. Yeah. Well, you're asking me America or Latvia?
Yeah. Fair enough.
I would say English just is so much easier, so much.
But American English, not the Queen's English.
No,
Okay.
that's not real English. Yeah.
McDonald's.
McDonald's in Latvia or America?
Yeah.
Definitely Latvia.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Why?
I
What's
think it
Higher
feels
quality?
different. Yeah, I think it's higher quality.
Ah.
Yeah, less processed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, less sugar, less processed. I think
Interesting.
so.
Yeah. Could
So,
be.
Yeah.
Could be. Interior design. Like say you're looking for a flat to buy or to rent.
Would I rather it be an American couple or a Latvian couple?
No, I would say, who would you say has the more, which style of design do you like better? Like,
There's a few, like, I'd say Latvia, but in general, I'd say America.
America. Okay.
Yeah.
Latvia's still catching up on the.
It's catching up. If it's got a lot of good influence from Scandinavian countries,
Right.
I'd say.
Okay.
So I'd say that's up on the
Okay.
increase.
Nightlife.
Oh, Latvia, yeah. I
Yeah.
think there's so much, especially in Riga, maybe Liepaja, bigger cities. There's so many more events in such a small area that you can. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We were kind of boring. I was like, go to the movie theaters, go out to eat, but we wouldn't go to like a concert or go to the theater or go to.
In America.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like I do more activities here than I would in America. Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
Okay. Next one. I think I know the answer here. TV series.
Definitely America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you watching anything right now?
Not really. I watch like documentaries a lot,
Yeah.
but what did I just start? Probably won't mention that one.
Oh. Okay. You can tell me after the show.
Next one. Well, Peaky Blinders. It's like a pretty violent. Like
Yeah.
it's a little bit depressive, but I watched like 2 episodes.
English
I don't
gangsters.
I don't have. The kids are in bed and it's like loud, so I don't. If the and the kids aren't here, then that's usually when I watch it.
Okay.
But Peaky Blinders, yeah.
Wow. Can you say it in an English accent?
No.
No. Okay.
You can go.
No. Okay. I think music.
again, the scale of types of music, you can't compete with American. Like,
Okay. What's your go-to American music other than Bruce Springsteen?
Well, I would say some like hip hop, not modern hip hop, but like, yeah, early 2000s, 90s, that era.
Oh.
I like some
Tupac.
jazz, some what was that?
Tupac?
No.
No? Is that not that era?
Well, yeah, but he was a little too gangster for me.
Okay.
I don't like people talking about that type of stuff.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So, but then, so the different genres. So I like most genres except country. Sorry, but that's
You call yourself an American.
And then like old classic rock.
Yeah.
That you can get into that pretty. Yeah. So folk music, a lot of different.
Nice.
Where I feel like Latvia, a lot of it sounds very similar. There's so many talented musicians, but that ends up sounding very similar.
Okay.
It's my.
All right.
Yes.
Well, that was a speed round with Joe.
Those were mild, man.
Were
I was
they mild?
expecting some heat there.
Oh. Do you want? I can think of more.
No, we're good. We're
good?
We're running out of time.
Okay.
So,
Well, if you have a question for Joe about what he prefers, America or Latvia, in a certain category, put it in the comments below or send it to us on our Instagram, kind of Latvian.
And follow Liam. We gotta get him to 1,000. You're a few away from 1,000 followers. Let's get that up. Let's get him over. Let's get 1K on the way to 100K. Right?
100K. No.
But yeah, and I mean, we could do. There's 10 topics we could talk about, but those are the top 3 that came to mind. I want to hear your Scottish ones. What the difference is one time. So
yeah.
But any other topics, feel free to send. We're open to hear from you guys. So.
Yeah, for sure. It'd be interesting. Actually, like, what Latvians do? Latvians have stereotypes of Americans.
Yes.
That'd be good.
I love
to hear.
hearing that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Send away.
Because obviously we do. Like I would say, Scottish, Canadian people, we have stereotypes of Americans.
You love them, right? They're the best.
Yeah. Yeah. We won't get into that. But Latvians, like, what stereotypes of Americans do you have? And send us right in the chat below, or send us those to our Instagram.
Yep.
But thank you again for listening, following. Please do like, subscribe, and share if you're
and comment.
If you're into it. And comment.
You said share.
Share, like, subscribe, comment, and we hope to bring you some more content soon. And we've got some exciting stuff in the pipeline. So, What was the closing? Your tagline.
Be kind, be kind, stay kind of Latvian, something like that.
Oh yeah, be kind, stay kind of Latvian.
Yeah.
All right. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.